Well, our Sunday Night Football family has grown. Our great producer, Rob Hyland, and his wonderful wife, Lindsay, the proud parents of Robert Francis Hyland V, Bo Hyland, born last Friday. So wrapping up his first week, watching his first NFL game tonight. We are so thrilled for Rob and Lindsay, two of the best people in the producer chair in this TV industry. And Bo, well, I guess you can say they produced a great kid there.
I don't know whether to start with a stud or beautiful. It's
right?
A little combination platter there.
We will have Rob back with us to start our season, but we are so thrilled for Rob and Lindsay. That pass is taken away. Spectacular takeaway by Miles Purchase on the intended catch for Dominic Lovett, and Purchase goes to the 35-yard line. A fifth turnover for the Lions on the night. What a play, to put an exclamation point on this one, for the Chargers, the rookie free agent out of Iowa State.
I don't think I've ever seen a play like that. I mean, it looked like it was a catch all the way, and the ball was just taken right out of his hands.
Wow.
Stunning interception by Miles Purchase.
Ripped it right out of his arms. Took it back, a nice return as well, to the 35-yard line. And the Chargers will take a couple of knees here and wrap up this season. Well, as we were saying, we send Rob and Lindsay our best. Congratulations to Bo. Bo has not only great parents, but a terrific pair of sisters, and Audrey and Chloe. Going to raise him right.
Yeah, and Rob, time to go back to work now.
Not yet. No, you give it a couple weeks, but I can report. I have an update.
Yeah.
Bo has already been put to sleep by us. Bo did watch a little bit of the game tonight, and we put him to sleep.
You know, I hate to say it, but I have probably been told a million times that I put people to sleep every single Sunday night. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're welcome.
Well, we're honored to do that again for everybody here this year. Give me a sentence or two here about what we saw tonight, Chris. Why don't we start with the Chargers and Trey Lance?
I think Trey Lance really made a statement tonight, and then to come out in the second half and continue on. But just the technique and the poise and the ability to sort of put what was a bit of a slow start to his career behind him and play like that tonight. If this game meant anything to anybody, it was a statement that he made tonight.
They'll continue their preseason against New Orleans, then the Rams in SoFi, and then at San Francisco. And do you want anybody in Detroit to not panic just yet?
Don't panic. You have not seen any stars on a football field yet.
Lions preseason will continue in Atlanta, and then they have Miami and Houston at home, and they'll scrimmage with both of those teams before their games.
A lot of respect. Same here. Good luck. Good luck.
I'd love to hear those guys just talk for about 10 minutes. Just put them in a room and just talk ball and all that stuff, right?
I'm not sure you want to talk to Dan Campbell, right?
No, not right now. I didn't say right now.
Now, he's a guy, he's so competitive. It's wearing on him, I promise you that. But in the grand scheme, if you don't play your stars, you don't expect too much.
But it's the habits of 5 turnovers and all that kind of stuff that matters the most. Jared Goff. We'll see the Lions open up against the Packers at Lambeau, a place where they have had success over the last few years, winning in Wisconsin the last 3 years. And then they'll get a visit from Ben Johnson and the Bears in week 2. Of course, the Chargers, as many of you know, open the season in Sao Paulo in Brazil as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Brazil game did produce the team that went on to win the Super Bowl last year in Philadelphia, as Philly played Green Bay. Of course, that one of the big stories in the NFL, Kansas City trying to match Buffalo of the early 90s and go to 4 consecutive Super Bowls. Lions trying to get to their very first Super Bowl.
You know what's really interesting, when they do those international games now, the fans know what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
And the jerseys and the following that this game now has internationally in South America and Europe, all over. It's really exciting. It really is. I look forward to the day where we begin to see those international teams start to emerge and we have a true worldwide Super Bowl.
No, we always looking forward to this game because it's such a special weekend. As we said, come back to the birthplace of the league, the auto dealership in 1920, with the idea that has now become this massive entertainment entity that the National Football League is. It all started here in Canton, Ohio, and Trey Lance had a standout night, and standing by now with Melissa Stark.
Yeah, well, Mike and Chris, he told us earlier this week he was the most excited player to play in this game. Did it live up to your expectations?
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. It's just great to play football again. Shout out to the defense, obviously, after that one. Man, it's fun to get the ball short field all the time, and, yeah, definitely fun to just be back out on the field.
Well, there's a backup quarterback battle in Los Angeles, and Chris Collinsworth said he thought you made a huge statement tonight. What kind of case do you think you made for yourself?
I'm just going to keep trying to get better, try to build on this, and we got 3 more of these, so hopefully get a lot of opportunity to get on the field in these next 3 and just try to build on tonight.
What's the biggest thing you've learned in the quarterback room with Justin Herbert?
It's been a lot of fun. He's a fun guy to be around, and I think we play the game, have a very similar style of play. He can get out and run a lot more than I realized, honestly, until I've been around him. He's a great athlete and obviously can make every throw on the field, so it's been a ton of fun learning from him and just being able to spend time around him.
Awesome. Well, good luck to you the rest of the way. We'll be watching.
Thank you so much.
Mike?
Melissa Stark, thank you. Here in Stark County, Ohio, a big night for Trey Lance and the Chargers. Well, this is the first of the preseason games, 49 of them in all, and then we get going 5 weeks from tonight with the opener, the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles from South Philly, and then we shuffle to Buffalo for the Sunday night opener. Season 20 of Sunday Night Football begins with the last 2 MVPs, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, of course, a rematch of their playoff game. All presented by YouTube TV, the kickoff weekend in the NFL. Let's start with the game in South Philly and new coach for the Cowboys. A lot of familiar faces in green for the Birds.
Yeah, and it's good to have Dak Prescott back for the Dallas Cowboys. They sort of got blown out in the 2 games against the Eagles. Dak didn't play in either one of those games. But Philadelphia, I don't know what else you can say about Jalen Hurts. The guy's played in 2 Super Bowls. He's had 1 bad play. He had the fumble in the 1 Super Bowl, and it was a tough one. But he came right back and was incredible against the Kansas City Chiefs. The way they run it, the way they play defense. They have lost some really good players on the defensive side. How quickly can Vic Fangio get that back together?
And Brian Schottenheimer now taking over the Dallas Cowboys, so he's a part of that rivalry. Guy who's been there with that offense the last couple of years. Excited to see what he has as he gets his head coaching opportunity. And then Buffalo, they have that new stadium that is pretty much built. They're finishing it off inside. This is the last season in that old stadium, and it starts with a bang with Lamar Jackson against Josh Allen. Just got to throw him out there and say, let's go, boys.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And Josh Allen, of course, winning his first ever MVP. Congratulations. Got married as well. It's a great year for him. But this is going to be one of those matchups that truly does come down to these 2 quarterbacks. And Lamar Jackson in the big moments, and when he gets matched up, he has a way of just turning it on. In the matchup that we saw a season ago, it was, in fact, Lamar Jackson and that offense that really took over. So when 2 of the best, they were 1-2 in the MVP balloting, then I'm talking about one heck of an opening weekend for us. I mean, if you asked me to pick out the 2 games we wanted, those were definitely the game.
Just some tremendous games to start season 106 in the National Football League, the 20th season of Sunday Night Football, and as we mentioned before, our privilege to bookend the season, starting here at the Hall of Fame game, starting with Game 1 in Philadelphia, and then taking it all the way to Super Bowl number 60. It has been a difficult week for the folks in the National Football League, and the way we started our night, we should end our night as well. And the folks who work in the league office in New York, we are thinking of you and have you in our hearts, in addition to the victims of the shooting on Monday.
Love you all.
Yeah, the people in this league who help make possible what you see every week around the country. You're in our hearts and thoughts here as we go on and continue with the games and start the NFL season. Everybody gets a preseason game next week. Coming up next here on your NBC station, except on the West Coast, it is your local news with Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, Terry McCauley, Mike Tirico. Good night from Canton.
NBC Sports, celebrating its 20th season of Sunday Night Football. Thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.